You know, on many occasions we've visited Sidney's Unique Stuff here on Highway 49 in Gulfport, right across from Treasure Hunt. If you haven't been here, you talk about some really unique stuff, huh, Karina?
Yes, sir.
Karina Marie, of course, works here and also does a lot of refinishing herself. Some beautiful pieces. If you go on their Facebook page, you'll see some of them. But you also have other artists that come in here. Matter of fact, a guy that does a lot of woodworking for you, Steve.
We do. We have Mr. Steve Daigle. Today he has brought his portable sawmill with him. He cuts a lot of our live edge wood, a lot of mantles. He builds a lot of this custom furniture over here, which he'll show you here in a little bit. He's fantastic. We're very, very lucky to have him.
Now, and this is only a scratch on the surface of some of the great stuff that they have here at Sidney's. So we're going to talk to Mr. Steve and find out some of the great stuff that he produces. What a beautiful piece. Steve Daigle, how are you, sir?
Good. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Looking at these pieces that you've made all these pieces yourself.
That's correct, but I do have a partner, and he's from Mississippi, and I'm from Louisiana, so we call ourselves. Good mix. That's right. We call ourselves Coon Neck Fine Wood.
Coon Neck
these
Fine
are the
Wood,
nice, beautiful pieces of furniture we create.
How long have you been doing stuff like this?
My father was a builder. He was a home builder, and unfortunately passed away, and I'm kind of semi-retired and was able to acquire some tools and machines to be able to do this. And it's been about 2 years now that I've been piddling, and now I'm I'm kind of getting serious now.
I'd say so. I mean, all these pieces here that you're looking at, I mean, including the floor. You did the floor. The
floor is actually wood that has been axe cut from Red Creek. It has been underwater for 100 years. Axe cut was probably done in the late 1800s. So this tree, if you look at the grain, has grown very slow.
Yeah.
Which means it had lots of canopy, slow growth. Currently, trees grow fast, the grain's real wide.
Right.
You cannot find this wood anymore. No knots. This is heart pine. So what would happen, they would axe cut this and send it down the creek to the mill. These trees sunk.
Really?
And we recovered them, and so they've been underwater for 100 years. The growth is probably 200 years, so we might be looking at 400 years old.
Wow.
Including the tabletop. So any of this pine has been underwater. And we just, the beauty of it is, once you cut into a log, it's like a box of chocolates. You're not going to know what you're getting into. You get to the center. And only God can create something this beautiful.
Oh, this is true. And how about this piece right back here?
These are cedar. This is like a little gun case or a gun shelf where you can put your bullets and stuff like that. But these pieces are cedar and doesn't have the life of this pine, but cedar is just so beautiful.
It really is. It's really a unique piece. Now, tell us about this here.
So this is a cedar tree I cut, and this was a piece that I put in a trailer to throw away, actually. And I started thinking, my mind's wondering, what can I do? So this actually is going to be mounted against the wall, and we're going to place a mantle on top with 2 legs. So it's called a surround, a fireplace surround. And you know, once we step outside, I started cutting the legs, and we're going to cut the mantle for this piece.
So we're going to go outside, and now you've got a portable mill.
That's correct.
The sawmill that we're going to actually watch you in action.
That's correct. It's a wood miser. I bought it from my good friends from T&K Farms, great people, and they put me through a class, and I'm having fun.
I bet. This is absolutely beautiful work. Well, let's step outside and see the man in action here. We're at Sidney's Unique Stuff on Highway 49, Gulfport. So tell me what you're going to do here.
So as stated just a few seconds ago, we have the wall mount of the fireplace enclosure. And what I'm going to do with this piece, we're going to cut it in 36-inch pieces where these knots are, and also 16 inches wide. We'll clean the bark up so you'll have some whites and reds, and also it'll match the piece in there. So this will be the legs, and I'm getting ready. We'll cut the mantle real quick, and the mantle will sit on top, and it'll have a live edge, which will also match the piece. And that's why Sidney's is so unique. Not many people do like this.
No.
So we actually go out, find beautiful pieces of timber.
Tell me
and
where you
lumber.
found this.
We found this tree was the hurricane that passed in Calcasieu Parish, and I apologize, I forget her name.
Yeah.
But this was pulled off a golf course
Wow.
and brought back to McHenry, Mississippi. And we're milling it here in Gulfport at Sidney's Unique Stuff.
Well, we just saw you cut this piece now. Tell us what you're going to do with it.
So as stated, you know, we have our piece that's going to be mounted against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
This gnarly piece with all these knots, once we take some of the bark off, get the whites and the reds in it, we'll split it 36 inches, 36 inches. This will be our legs.
Right.
This is going to be our mantle with a live edge.
So that's what you call a live edge.
A live edge.
Okay.
And then we'll make a straight cut along the back, which will sit along the wall mount, and this will be our mantle on top. Once we plane it and sand it, we'll put a shellac on it, some kind of finish.
Like that piece has in
like
there.
the piece inside.
Yeah.
And then this remaining piece we have here, I'm gonna cut 2-inch slabs, and I'm actually gonna build a table, an 8-foot table, and I'll have enough to have my 4 legs. So out of this one tree, we created an awesome, awesome fireplace around, and we're gonna have a beautiful table out of one tree.
Wow.
And it has history.
Yes.
It has history.
Definitely, you got to share that. You got to make like a little label or something that you put on your pieces of furniture with the history of this piece of wood.
What we've done, all the trees that have history, a lot of them still have the initials carved in, axed in the tree. We keep the initials when we sell a piece of furniture. We'll actually give you the initials of the timberman that cut the tree. And I'm sure if you go to the local courthouse, you can find out who the timberman was that cut the tree.
Wow, that's amazing. Beautiful work. Steve Daigle, thank you so much for
I
this. And of
appreciate
course,
it.
you can find these pieces. It probably might be sold real fast, but and other wonderful pieces like this here at Sidney's Unique Stuff. They're located on Highway 49 in Gulfport, right across from Treasure Hunt. Find these beautiful pieces and a whole lot more at Sidney's.